Welcome to Joanne's Healing Within. I am Joanne Angel Barry Cologne, your certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, nutrition coach, author, publisher, the owner of Holistic Fitness, formerly known as Fitness or Us, and the creator of Chakra Balance Numerology Cosmic Energy Forecast Deck. And today, as usual, I have an amazing show to share with every one of you. I'm sure all of you have tuned in last week. Last week was Mother's Day edition. I think it was called the Jelly Bean Takeover, where my daughter was my co-host, and she did an amazing job. Well, to follow that act, I had to make this week's show even more exciting, which I am. I have 3 amazing guests coming on today. But before we get into all of that, I want to just give a shout out to my sponsors, because without them, our show would not really be possible. So just to shed some light, I'd like to give a shout out to Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. This is a great time of year. As always, every time of year, doesn't matter whether it's spring, summer, winter, fall, is a great time of year to feng shui your home space and also your business space. Because as we feng shui our space that we're living in and working in, we actually change the energy within ourselves as well. And that's important when you are looking to do a transformation and step into a better version of who you are. Then we also have Sherry Simpson, who is our life transformational coach. She's going to help you take the steps to take you to where you are, to where you want to go. So definitely tune in and touch base with her. Then we have Nick Rafter, who has been on my show many times, sharing his transparency of his healing journey. He's our real estate agent. He's going to actually find that perfect home for you that's going to match the energy that you are currently moving yourself into. So those are the 3 sponsors for this week. And I also want to give a big shout out to Bobby, Brian, and Rudy for making all of this possible at Paradise Studios. And anytime you're in the Massapequa area, feel free to come join us, especially on Sunday, to be in the audience, to not only watch the show, but participate in the show. I highly encourage it. So I'm going to set the energy for this week's show. Before we set the energy, I'd like to inform you or remind you, for some of you who have been watching me on Facebook Lives in general, we have an amazing blue full moon energy, which was just yesterday. And why are we calling it a blue full moon? No, the moon is actually not blue. You can't look at the sky and think that it's going to be a blue moon. But what makes it blue is when a moon shows up more frequently in a season, it becomes a rare moon. And from what I was just reading and learning just the other day, that we actually have 4 full moons in one season. In this particular season, as we are in right now, our next one and final one for the spring season is June 17th. So that's what's making this moon so rare. And energetically, it's rare and very powerful because it's also in Scorpio energy. So any of you who are actual Scorpios out there, you know what I mean by its powerful energy, because the Scorpio in itself is powerful and almost deadly, for that matter. So the energy that is being followed by this full moon is very powerful, very inspirational, and is definitely a transformational period of time. So if you are feeling as though you're sitting at the edge of a cliff and you're feeling like someone's either going to push you off or you have to jump, that's the energy that we are in right now. And I urge you to jump. Jump. Do not let people push you. Jump off the cliff and dive into whatever it is that you're being inspired to dive into. After all, we are here on earth to step into a better version of who we are, step into our purpose, and be extremely at peace and joy when we're living in our purpose. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the cards and see what kind of energy we have going alongside the full moon. And understand that the cards that's being pulled, it's for everybody, people in the audience, our viewers. Hopefully that you'll gain some clarity. Perhaps you might be wanting to ask a question as I'm shuffling. So you can gain clarity to whatever it is you're looking to know an answer to. You'll also be resetting your energy and hopefully raising your vibration. So I'm going to shuffle it one more time and see what comes out. I'm going to take the very first card. And I always like when our cards show up upside down, which this one is. I'm just going to show it to you. It's upside down. I think it's a very powerful card. I'm going to now flip it up so you can actually see it. And to start off with, the affirmation is success. And what better affirmation than success on a full moon weekend. Every one of us are actually stepping in the platform of success, whatever that might mean for you. Whether it's success in your career, success in your life, success in your health, success in your family, whatever it means, but we're stepping into that platform today energetically. Now we have the chakra, which is yellow. The yellow is all about your gut intuition, your solar plexus, stepping out of your insecurities and stepping into trusting the faith, trusting the process, and knowing that whatever it is you're looking to accomplish, whatever next step you're looking to take in reference to stepping up into the next platform, that your back is being supported. The universe and God has your back in your success. And that's the message. So trust the process, trust your intuition, listen to that inner voice, because that's what it's all about, the inner wisdom. So if you are thinking of whatever that specific success is, that specific goal is, if you're thinking it, know that's already ready to be your reality. The number associated is number 8. And 8 is all about abundance. It's all about infinity. And when we flip it on that side, it's like anything and everything is possible. So a very powerful card when we think about it. The solar plex energy, just stepping into your intuition, your inner wisdom, stepping away from your insecurities. So we really want to clean out the insecurities, clean out not feeling safe and not feeling supported, because you are supported. The universe and God is supporting you every step of the way that you're stepping towards your success, and trusting that you are going to be living in abundance, you are going to be successful because you are already successful. And I want you to repeat this affirmation after me. I am successful. I am successful. And as you say it, I want you to feel it. Don't just say it. I want you to feel those words for yourself. I am successful. And if for whatever the reasons are, success does not really feel good for you, for whatever childhood stuff might be going on, find another word that does match success and use that, because we all are here on earth to live in success, to live in prosperity, and to step into our purpose. Because as long as we're stepping in our purpose and living in our purpose, we are going to be successful. And that's the energy. So trust it, trust faith, know that you're being supported by the universe and God, and rather than having someone push you into your success, jump into it. Be powerful with it. So with that said, that is the energy that we have for this afternoon's reading. We're going to be going on a quick commercial break, but before we do, remember to like and share today's show, and I'm going to be bringing our first guest on shortly. We'll be right back.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be. Here in New York, the best place to be.
Hello, and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. Well, as I've mentioned, I have two amazing guests with me, and I'm really excited to introduce them and share what we're going to be sharing today. So I'm going to just introduce their first name, because Lord knows their last name is about this long, and I know I'm going to screw it up. So here we have Aris and Nina.
Hello. Hi.
Okay, and Aris, how's it feel to be here today?
Good.
Good. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Nervous?
A little bit.
All right, there's nothing to be nervous about. We're just going to have a whole lot of fun, ask a lot of questions about you. What better way to have an afternoon than talking about yourself?
There is none.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Perfect answer, perfect answer. So, my topic for this morning, for today's show, is all about vision boards, because you've inspired me. Now, how long ago did we meet, you and I, when Mom brought you to our vision board workshop?
Like 4 months.
Is it 4 months ago?
I don't know.
January was.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So you inspired me when Mom had asked if she could bring you in for the vision board. I was like, definitely, why not? There was no age limit to a vision board. Anybody can do a vision board. So my question to you is, what inspired you or encouraged you to want to do a vision board?
I mean, I really wanted to do what I wanted to do, and if it could be way, way easier, why not do it?
Okay.
It'll be fun to get to draw.
Yes,
So
because
it's-
if I remember correctly, you did a lot of drawing on your vision board versus cutting out pictures, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And what made you want to draw versus cut?
Because cutting it really isn't my thing. You can take scissors. I feel like drawing's better
Nice.
because
Yeah.
you get to draw what you want. If there's like a little thing on the picture that you cut out that you don't really like, you don't have to spend your time trying to cut it out. All you have to do is draw it the way you want it.
Yes. And I actually think drawing it versus cutting is so much more powerful because you're actually using your hands. And that what I would like to say, that brain-hand action, like really brings that vision into your reality. It gives it more power.
Yeah,
Do you feel that way?
I do.
You do? Yeah. Give me one thing on your vision board that you put on your board.
I put on I want to play for Real Madrid, so I put a Madrid jersey,
Mm-hmm.
and I drew some trophies.
Okay. And has anything on your vision board manifested yet? Come to your reality yet?
I play for a real soccer club, so yeah.
Yeah. Good. And are you good at it?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
think so.
You think so?
Yep.
How good is good?
Better than good. Great.
Okay, there you go. Very good. Good. And what inspired you to want to bring Aris to the vision board workshop?
Well, I thought it would be beneficial for him. I never had anyone talk to me about vision boards, and we were always taught to set goals and work for them, but we were never taught how to.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured it would help him work towards his goals and know how to set his path correctly.
Nice. And when Mom asked you about the vision board coming to the workshop, how did that make you feel?
I felt happy.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I'm like, what's a vision board? You just look at a board. Once she explained it, I thought, ooh, it's a win-win. It makes it easier, you get to draw.
All right, so now for the viewers, because there might be some viewers out there that have no idea what a vision board is. And when I speak about viewers your age. So give your definition to what a vision board is.
So it's like a big blank piece of paper. You get to draw on it, cut stuff out, glue it on the board, and then just put it somewhere where it's open. People can see it.
Okay, and do you do anything else with your vision board once it's finished?
You look at it, you say, I will succeed in this and that.
Mm-hmm. And how often do you look at your board?
I mean, it fell, so I pick it up. I try to look at it whenever I could.
Mm-hmm. And do you do affirmations with it? Do you say anything when you're looking at it? Do you look all the pictures at the same time and say, okay, my vision's on everything and that's it? Or do you take each thing one day at a time? How do you do your vision board?
So I look at everything, I smile, and I feel like it's going to happen in reality, just not now, soon.
Good. And why not now?
Because, I mean, to play on a professional team, you got to be 16.
Oh.
And I got to work towards it. Now that I'm 8, I have years.
Ah, okay. And you're 8, and you have to be 16 to work towards that? You said?
Well, I have to be 16 to join a senior squad.
Oh, okay. So we have a couple of years before we get there. So much practicing. So by the time you get to that point, you're going to be just awesome. And as
Well,
long
16 is the minimum. Usually you join at 19, but I want to join young, so I have 3-4 more years.
So just imagine that, each and every day leading to that point, how much you're visualizing that particular situation, and when it actually happens, how it's going to feel when it happens for you.
I mean, I feel like it's going to feel good. Every day I think about it. I always dream of when it's going to happen.
Awesome. And it's probably going to be really good because, you're already seeing it in your head that it's happening for you, yes?
Yes.
You see yourself being a champ, right?
Mhm.
Is that what they call it is it soccer, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call soccer? Like I know like with boxing it's a champ. Is the same thing for soccer that you're champs?
I mean, in soccer they call you a champion, but it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. As long as we have the dialogue together. So now I also understand that you do some journaling too.
Yeah, I don't do it a lot anymore. Well, I don't do it anymore.
Oh, what
But
made you
if-
stop?
I mean, I totally just forgot about it. We never had time to do it.
Okay. And when you were doing it, what was your journaling like for you?
So I put how I feel, how each day goes, like match after match.
Mm-hmm.
How at the end.
Now, was this something that Mom asked you to do each day, or was this something that you said to Mom, we need to journal? How did that go?
So, Mommy was telling me that I needed a journal, but we had stuff to do, so I was finishing my stuff fast just to journal.
Oh, nice. So you were looking forward to journaling.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Now, do you have a special notebook you journal in, or you just journal on paper?
Well, Mommy got me a journaling book.
Nice.
I started journaling there.
Uh-huh. Excellent.
And then I even inspired Mommy because Mommy only put how she felt. And when she saw mine, she thought that she should put what's going on, not just how you feel.
Ooh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That would inspire me too, because now you're going more in depth in reference to what you're feeling about it, right?
Yeah. Because what am I going to put? I feel good.
And you
Today was awesome.
Uh-huh, exactly. So give me an example of what one thing you would when you journal, what you would journal.
I journal about, like I said, I journal match to match. Like when they put, let's say, against Valencia, then the next day against Atletico Madrid. I just go match to match.
So, if
And,
you, for example, if you had to get, when did you have your last game?
My last game was actually the real game in real life was yesterday.
Okay, so do you journal about those games as well?
No.
No? Maybe you should. You know, maybe you because by journaling about those games, you might be journaling about that specific game, but you could put your focus in on the future games. Does that make sense to you?
Oh yeah. Like what I did today, what I gotta fix, what was good, and then I could morph it into like a future game.
Exactly. And this way here, again, I like to call it the universe. The universe has no idea if you're speaking about the current game or if you're speaking about something in the future. But the idea of it is the universe is going to match it. So if you're writing about all this great stuff that's taking place with your current game, the universe is going to be like, oh, we're going to have to match this. And as long as you continue doing this from now until you're 16 and older, the universe is going to match it and set your goals into your reality. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Great.
All I gotta do is write 2-3 sentences on paper and it comes reality.
Exactly. And yeah, 2-3 sentences. You can write a paragraph. You can write a book.
Write a book.
You can write a book. You never know. Down the road, it might be a book eventually, yes?
Yeah.
Could you see that?
Yeah, I see myself writing a book about one season.
Look at this. Inspirational. I love it. So, Nina, how does it make you feel to know here it is your son is journaling, he's doing a vision board, and now he's even thinking about writing a book? How does that make you feel?
Well, Aris is just an amazing child to begin with. He always has been. So, but I'm proud of him. I like that he embraces the whole vision board and putting out his feelings and his goals out there and actually working actively towards them and thinking about them and taking more of a proactive role as opposed to just hoping and wishing things happen.
Yes.
So I'm proud of him.
Yes. So, Aris, if you can give one piece of advice to other children your age, and even older for that matter, you know, like adults for that matter, because I'm sure you can give us some advice, what would that advice be regarding journaling and vision boarding?
Well, when you vision board, you gotta put down what you really want. And when you write, don't put, oh, I want blah, blah, blah. You're gonna put, I will blah blah blah, because you gotta say that it will happen instead of I want it to happen. Because when you say I want, you're basically hoping.
I love that.
And when you say I will, it's a statement.
There you go. And how'd you get so smart?
I don't know.
These are wise words coming from you. 8 years old and all this knowledge and wisdom coming out of you. We can learn a lot from you. Yes, awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing about your vision board and your journaling. And Nina, thank you for inspiring him to want to do a vision board and encouraging him to keep a journal. You know. And thank you, Aris, for encouraging your mom and supporting your mom in keeping hers and having her journal as well, because it's important. Journaling is a very powerful tool because it really does help us not only set our realities into set our goals into reality, but it also helps us to take our thoughts from, let's say, maybe we're not feeling so positive that day, and when the minute we start to journal, that shifts our energy, so we start to feel better. Have you ever journaled where you didn't feel like journaling, and then you decided to journal, and then you started feeling better, or did you always feel good when you journaled?
Yeah. The first few days, I didn't feel like journaling because I didn't feel like writing. But then when I started journaling, I felt like writing a paragraph.
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you. And again, Nina, thank you so much for inspiring him to come share this information with us, with our viewers, because I think it's really important that our viewers get to understand that vision boarding and journaling are not just for adults. That children as young as 8, even younger, can definitely participate in setting their visions into the reality, even giving a thought to what their visions are. Because 8 years old and he's thinking about what he wants to do when he's an adult. Where I know adults who, when you ask them what do they want to do when they grow up, and they were growing up already. It's like they look at you like, I'm not sure. Meanwhile, here he is, he's 8 years old, and he knows he's got a vision that this is what he wants to do. And because he has that vision already, it's going to be in his reality. It's just a matter of approaching it and getting it going.
Well, thank you for letting him come.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, I was very excited to have him.
And he actually has a separate journal that he writes about all his good deeds and stuff in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I read about, some days that I didn't really feel good. I wrote about the best days, specifically one Tuesday. Mommy let me come to work with her, and the day was awesome.
Ooh, yes. It's always nice to work with Mom. How do they call that?
Bring your child to work day.
Thank you. Yes. Yes. It's always a lot of fun, because then you get to see what Mom does. And then you get to see if that's something you want to do.
I think he was just happy because he was playing hooky.
Yeah, well, yeah, whatever the reasons are, we don't need to be fully honest here. Just the fact that he got to go to work with you, he got to spend the whole day with you, and it was, in his words, it was an awesome day. So what's more powerful than that? So thank you so much for sharing, and I'm really glad, and I'm sure some of the viewers are going to be really excited to want to get their children involved with vision boarding and also doing some journaling. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So we're going to go on a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be bringing our next guest on. So we'll be right back.
Experience Feng Shui interior design for your home or office. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC can transform your home or workspace, no matter how large or small, into a harmonious, rejuvenated environment. Good Chi Feng Shui LLC. Call or email to schedule an appointment for a consultation today.
Those dark nights of the soul, they suck. But anyway, we come out of them, and I'm going to share with you what mine look like and the tools I use to stay grounded, centered, and really present no matter what's going on around me. Don't forget to tune in, Strong Island TV with Joanne Angel Barry Cologne's show.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues, and I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. So, I just had an amazing interview with Aris. I'm so inspired by him. I mean, I want to go home and do some journaling now. And I'm hoping that you were inspired by him as well. And for those parents out there, you have children, please encourage them to journal, sit down with them and start asking them now what it is they see themselves wanting to do in the future as their career. Because it's important that they really start focusing on that now. Doesn't matter how old they are. They could be 6, they could be 5. I mean, I knew when I was 6 years old what I really wanted to do, and because I knew that, it led me into my path. So if you never ask your children what they want to do, they never get to experience that. So please take the time out to sit with your children and ask them, where do they see, where do they see themselves, what are they interested in doing, and allow them to explore every option possible, and encourage them to keep a journal, encourage them to write down their likes and dislikes, and inspire them to focus on being in the present of whatever it is they want to do, because it's going to be inspiring for them, and it will also inspire you too. But enough about that. We're going to move into our next guest. So here we have Tiana from Tea Talk.
Yes. Oh my
Welcome,
God, it's so good
welcome,
to be here
welcome.
today. I'm on the other side of the couch. I love it.
Yes, you were where I was last week.
I know.
And it's interesting.
Beautiful episode.
Yeah, it's interesting to sit on that side of the couch.
Yes.
It
Nice
feels a little
and
weird,
big.
right?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, a little
I like
weird.
it.
It's like, you feel like you should be sitting over here. You want
Right?
to come sit back over here?
Can I? No. I'm so happy to be on your show today, Joanne. Healing Within. Amazing show, amazing platform.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you again.
Yes, thank you. I'm so glad that we agreed to do this.
Yes.
Because now I've watched your show, sat in the audience, and listened to some of the interviews you've had, and you always interview others. So today it's about being interviewed by you.
Yes.
Yes, so we're going to get to share all about you and why you do what you do. So to start off with, how did Tea Talk come about?
Tea Talk came about really in my head. I've always wanted a talk show, so it's like, all right, let me create it myself. YouTube was very big back then. You know, that the slogan was broadcast yourself on YouTube. I'm like, you know what? Let me get my iPod and some lighting and a curtain, and let's see if I can do this. So I had to write down, which you spoke with your last guest. Writing down is very important in manifesting that. So I wrote down everything that I want to do on my show. I wanted to do pranks. I wanted to do exclusive interviews, makeovers. I wanted to do stuff like that. So my first episode was introducing that, and to be on camera on my first episode in 2012, we're talking about October 12th, 2012, it was such an amazing experience because I was also going to school in Suffolk for radio and television, so I know what I wanted to do off the bat in college. So it was such a great experience to become on camera, you know. And in the name Tea Talk, I mean, my name is Tiana, and I talk a lot. So I was like, let me just shorten that for Tea and Talk, because the Tiana show is a little broad. Tea Talk really,
It's powerful.
yes,
Yeah.
the
Tiana Talk, Tea Talk. Woo.
Tea Talk is like,
Yes, yes. And just out of curiosity, because my brain started going, when you said October 12th, what's the date now? This year?
oh no, 2012 I started.
Oh, 2012. So
Yeah, so I started Tea Talk before I was on this stage right here. I used to do different videos consisting of the Super Bowl, current events I was doing, and stuff like that before I got into my first interview. I used to do interviews at people's houses and stuff like that. Then, shout out to Bobby. I found Bobby, and I was like, oh, this is a nice studio. Let me go in the studio and this gave it a professional look.
Yes.
My show. I recorded at least 30 episodes here.
Nice.
And I did like 70 prior to, or 60 prior in different people's homes and stuff like that, studios and stuff like that. But, you know, my main focus was to shed light to entrepreneurs, to photographers, to singers, artists, anybody with talent, and anybody who has passion in what they wanted to do. To come to my show.
Nice. So now, when we go back to the date, the October 12th, 2012, okay? 2012 is a 5 energy, okay? And what the 5 energy is all about, your freedom and changing something. The 12 is a 3, so that's about communicating. And the 10 is a 1, a very powerful one, and that's about new beginnings. So we take the 3 and the 1, which is your 4, and then we take that 5. 5 and 4 is 9. So by you doing what you were doing, whatever you were doing prior to that, it was like you were stepping into a transition. So a very powerful period of time that you chose to do that at that time.
Yeah, I had to. Something telling me just to do it. I'm not a talker. I want to just do what I want to do. So that's why I had to just, I didn't care if the whole world saw me. Like, looking back on my first episode, I still have that posted. And to look at now and to see the progression from when I was 18 to 24 is like,
Oh, yes.
me.
Yes.
Oh my God, people are watching. That's me. So it's just amazing to have a platform for people.
And like I said, I mean, I've watched a lot of your shows sitting in the audience, and you've had some interesting people on your show.
Yeah,
Some very
definitely.
interesting people. So when you, I'm going to say, set out applications or bring people onto your show, what exactly are you looking for when you bring people onto your show? What kind of person are you looking for to interview?
I'm looking for dedication, passion. I want people to be so passionate about their craft. Like, let's say if you're an artist, you want to come on my show. Oh, Miss T Talk, I want to come on your show, but I don't see that you coming out with music or music videos, anything for the audience to know. Or if you're coming out with, if you have a clothing brand and coming on my show, and you haven't released any clothing, it's like, I want to see a full resume of what you got going on social media, your website, your handles, and see how passionate you are about your work and your craft. Because if I see that drive, you match my drive.
So what I'm hearing then is that you want to see the action.
Yes.
Behind the actual slogan.
Yes.
So it's got to be action behind the slogan.
Yes.
Not just the slogan, but action.
I want to see action. I have to see that because I'm the person who, you know, we bring this couch alive when you come on.
Yes, you sure do.
Just like we're alive right now.
Yes, sure do.
We bring it alive, and I want to see that, you know, the same passion, dedication. Cause when people are so passionate about their craft and their work, how they talk about it is like their own like child. They're like this. I'm like, yes.
And they get on fire.
They get on fire, rapid.
Yes.
So I'm like, wow, like that's amazing, and I love that energy.
Yes.
That's the energy that I need.
Yes.
For my show.
Yes. So on that note, now from what I've been, you know, what we've chatted about earlier was Tea Talk is going on a hiatus for right now?
Yeah, we're gonna take a little break in a few months on Tea Talk because I want to focus on a new show that I have coming out called Missing on Long Island.
Tell us a little bit about that now.
Yeah, I can get into it.
Yeah.
Missing on Long Island is this show has to, like, we need a show for Long Island for people that have been gone missing. 600,000 people have been missing.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, and not Long Island specifically, but the United States. And there's so many people that have been missing on Long Island for years, decades. And I want to bring light to that, and to maybe I can solve a case. I've always wanted to be a detective. Maybe if I come out with the show, we can connect dots, connect traces, and see if we can find anybody that's missing. See if we can bring some media exposure, the family exposure. You think News 12 is sitting down with them for a whole hour for a show? No, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be the producer, director, everything, creator, everything.
Wow.
So I want to be full-fledged on with this project. It's gonna, you know, this project's gonna cost me money, and it's okay because I want this to come out, and I want this to be an amazing crime golden show. Like, I wanted to, you know, take off, and I do have a few cases that I'm working on now. So I want this to come out when Tea Talk is over. I have a lot of episodes in the vault, but when Tea Talk, when I hit that 100th episode, we're gonna come out with Missing on Long Island. You're gonna be in your chairs in the fall, like watching that.
Now, is that gonna be similar as a talk show as well?
It's very different. It's gonna be. I'm not gonna probably be in it, I'll probably be in it when it comes down to like the investigation. If I have my cameraman investigate me, talking to the investigators on the phone, something like that. I'm driving into these locations, something like that. But interview-wise, it's just gonna be in their houses, just them talking to me, and I'll cut it as if took pictures and all this stuff to be in it. But you're not gonna see me sit down and have an interview with them. It's gonna be very personal. It's gonna be sad, like me talking to different family members, wives that their husband and daughters been going missing. And they don't come back home.
Yes.
That's sad, but I think that needs more media attention, and I'm gonna gain a new audience and gain a different level of respect for me to sit down and come out with a show like that.
Yes,
so I think that's gonna be, nobody has done it.
Yes, yes.
So I like to kind of hop on different trends that nobody has.
New adventures.
Yeah, new adventures,
Yes, new
that
adventures,
people haven't done.
Yes.
So I'm definitely, like yesterday was Missing Persons Day in Suffolk County, and I went, and it was just shocking, like what I learned, and people's family that's been missing for so many years. And I came there, I was like, oh yeah, I'm having a show. Really? I gotta tune into that. I'm like, yeah, 'cause it's the vision that I have, gonna manifest it, and it's gonna be.
Excellent.
To bring it to life.
Excellent. So now, in between your new show that's coming and also Tea Talk, if not both of them, what is your why to, let's say we'll go with the Tea Talk for now. What is the why behind the Tea Talk?
Like, why do I put my heart, soul,
Yes.
and energy
Yes.
into Tea Talk?
Yes.
I want to, like, empower creatives. I've always wanted, that's why I want to do that. I wanted to, like, to give a guest a platform, to see their smiles on their faces and their engagement with me, and knowing that they don't get that same love or they don't get that same engagement with other Long Island platforms, I would say, is my why. I mean, I have talented people that come on the show.
Yes, yes, I've seen.
I listen to their music, or I watch some pageants, that read their books, see their photography, eat their food when they come on the show, and
No one brings me food.
Oh, you should have a person that.
I don't know. I need to have a holistic coach, or a holistic nutritionist come on and bring me some food. I don't know.
Definitely should. Girl, I was eating that food right
there
on
you
side.
go.
I was like, hey. But it's such a great feeling to know that that people are watching, people are tuning in.
Yes.
But yeah, my why is just to empower them, to give them that platform. I want people to feel like they are somebody, because everybody is somebody.
Oh yes, yes, yes. And from what I've seen, a lot of your guests that come on, they're young.
Yes, yes. Some of them, most of them, it kind of.
I would say like between like their mid-20s, a
Yes.
little older than that, but not much older.
Not much older.
Which is an awesome thing, because you're giving the platform to the young audience,
Yeah, to
which
the
is
youth.
yes, which
Yeah,
is
yeah. I
powerful.
don't really have that many older people.
Which is powerful, because as we just had Aris here, where it's all about really getting the younger generation to
involved.
allow themselves to see what their future looks like, and know that they need to start looking at their future when they are young.
Yeah.
They can't be thinking about their future when they're in their 30s and 40s, because, hello, you're in your future.
You're in your future.
You really need to be focusing in on what you want to do, as young as you possibly can.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
that's
very powerful.
Yeah, that's exactly what I ask. Like, some people are in their 20s. I wouldn't ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? You're grown.
Yeah.
So what do you want to manifest now to make a career
Yes.
in a future? So that's why I'm glad that that you noticed that I try to bring the youth onto the show. My age,
Yes.
older, a little bit younger. So people are just coming on like, oh, I just made my first song.
Yes.
And I'm 19. What do I, I'm like,
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's still a great feeling.
And it is very powerful, because, again, getting the youth to really think about their career. It's not just about, well, I just want to go hang out, or I want to, play my games or whatever. No, think about your career. Put your mind to something positive. And as long as you're focusing on something positive, you're focusing on it, that's going to become your reality.
Exactly.
And that's powerful. Next question I have for you, this one's a thinker question.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, thinker question. You, 10 years from now, what advice would you give yourself to move forward in your business? 10 years from now, what advice would you give yourself?
So myself 10 years from now?
Yes, I'm stealing this question because my daughter gave it to me last week, and I just loved it. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to steal this and use this on my interviews from going forward. So yes.
That's a good one.
You
I would
can
say,
chew on that for a little while.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I would say stay consistent, but is that advice? Is that
That's advice, yeah. Stay consistent. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. The next 10 years, I'm 35. I do not want to fall off. Like I want to stay consistent straight through.
Yes.
Consistency is key, and it will make me go further.
Yes. Exactly.
I will be on red carpet. I will get my Emmy.
Yes, I see you sitting with your show like this, but an actual audience.
An actual audience,
With
or
viewers as well.
Yeah,
You know,
or I
an
see
audience.
myself
Lots of audience,
like The View or The
yeah,
Real.
exactly.
Or like I will see myself a co-host. Like I see
Exactly.
myself a co-host, and
Yeah.
I could branch off and do my own thing. But I do see
Exactly.
myself starting somewhere like that in the
Exactly.
next 3 to 5 years.
There you go.
Before 30.
There you go.
But time.
Time
Important.
is not important. It's
You
when
don't think it's important? I think it's important sometimes.
Well, when I say time is not important, I mean in reference to when we think about, the universal energy.
Okay.
Okay, it's not about time so much, it's about when everything is supposed to fall into place. So you might be thinking 3 years from now this is what you want, but if it's supposed to fall in place tomorrow,
Yeah, that is
the
true.
key is to be ready for it to fall in place tomorrow.
Yes, you gotta be ready for anything.
Yeah, whereas if you're thinking, oh, this is not going to happen until 3 years from now, you may not be ready for that opportunity. So that's why, like, eliminating time, we just know that it's going when it is ready to fall into place, you are ready for it.
Yes.
And I think that's, time is just important, but if we want to focus in and know that we want to be prepared, we want to be on the track, ready to go whenever it's going to fall into place.
Exactly.
On that note, let the viewers know how they can reach you.
Ooh. You guys can reach me. I'm like, what camera do I look at? No.
Right here.
Yes. Hey guys. You guys can reach me at Miss T Talk, MSTEETALK. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and I'm T Talk TV on YouTube. They can watch my show.
There we go. So there we go. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm going to have all my guests, and we're going to be doing a card reading for each one of them. So we'll be right back.
I'm Nick Rafter, founder and owner of Nick Rafter Real Estate. If you've ever bought, sold, or rented a home in the New York area, you know how difficult a process that can be. But that's where I come in. With years of experience and knowledge of the New York rental and sales market, I can help you navigate the difficult process of renting, selling, or buying a home. Let me help you find the place to be. Here in New York, the best place to be.
Hi there, my name is Sherry Simpson. I am a transformational life coach. I healed an autoimmune disease of the thyroid called Graves' disease, and I like to help people heal themselves now. I did this completely naturally using many methods, and I believe connecting into my spirituality really had a huge impact for me. So I like to help people get to the root cause of issues, and I do that by allowing you to tap into your higher self and by asking your subconscious and your higher self questions about what it is that you need to do to heal. So I look forward to connecting with you soon. Namaste.
Hello and welcome back to Joanne's Healing Within. Before I forget, remember to share and like today's show because we have so much going on, and it's all about inspiration, it's about vision boards and journaling and looking into our future, especially for our youth. We want to get our youths to focus their attention on what their career is, and just staying positive about that, because when we have a focus, we can stay positive. With that being said, I'm going to hand the cards over to Aris, and Aris is going to shuffle up the deck, and then you're going to spread them out gently, not like my daughter where they're all over the table, and you're going to pick one card, and if possible, when you're shuffling, I want you to ask a question out loud so we know what you're asking. Spread them, and then pull one card and hand it to me. Okay? You have a nice question you want clarity on? something you don't already know the answer to? Because we already know you're going to be that professional soccer player.
I want to know, well, I know the answer to that.
Well, what was it you want to know? Now you got Mom and I curious. We both gave each other that look like, well, what
I
do you wanna
wanted
know?
to ask what overall was going to be, but I'm manifesting a 99, so
Oh, okay. And 99 it is.
since that's the top, there's no 100.
There's no 100?
No.
Oh, okay. So what's another question you want to ask that you might want some clarity on? Spread those cards and let's see where we're going to go. And if you don't have a question, you don't need to have a question. Face down. No, the other way.
That's
The other way. There you go. And just spread them out. And then you're going to just pull one card out of there. There we go. That's nice. Yeah, feel the energy. Pull one card.
I just think it's this one. It
All
feels
right.
open.
All right. Ooh, I like it. Now, we seem to have a theme because the card we picked before was yellow as well. So it's a solar plex. So it's really about trusting your intuition, okay? Which I believe you do already. Now, the affirmation here is about listen and talk, okay? So what I get from this for you is, which I think you already do, do you meditate?
No.
Oh, Mama doesn't have you meditating? Oh, well, that's the next step we're going to learn to do is just to sit quietly. So when you're visualizing and journaling those thoughts that you have on your vision board, you can actually sit in meditation and talk to, I'm going to use the word a pretend friend, a spirit guide, an angel, okay? And talk to them and tell them what it is you truly want and how you see it. And then after you're done talking with them, you're going to then sit quietly and then hear them tell you what they're going to tell you because they're going to give you messages, okay? Now, years back when we were little, when we had imaginary friends, we used to just call them imaginary friends. We come to learn, though, that they're not imaginary friends. They're really our earth angels, our spirit friends. So that's what you're going to be doing, okay? So it might sound a little crazy, and, you know, even though I am wearing a lab coat, no white jacket, please. You know, so the idea is you want to just be able to sit quietly and have a conversation with yourself, your higher self. Do you understand what your higher self is?
Yeah, like when me in the future.
Exactly. You as a better version of who you are. I don't know if you can get any better than you already are, but I'm sure we can. So anyway, so just having that conversation to listen and also talk and trusting your intuition. And the number that's associated, which is 3, which goes back to communicating, which is that listening and listening and talking part. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Does this resonate with you at all?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right. All right, so now, Nina, you're going to shuffle up the cards and you're going to ask a question as well. And let's see what Nina's question is.
I asked you my question yesterday.
Oh, well, then you need another question because that one doesn't apply for today. That was yesterday. I'm a firm believer that we get to shuffle our cards every single day and ask a question every day because we always have a question. And hopefully a different question every single day.
So Iris wants us to renovate our apartment. And I was thinking about maybe just buying a new one instead of renovating the one we already
Ooh,
have.
I like that idea. And mind you, the card's upside down. I'm about to read it upside down. I'm like, whoa. So just so you all know, when a card is upside down, it means the message is important, very imperative. And we're going to flip it over. Okay, and what we have here is self-love. Self-love. Now, some of you are saying her question was about renovating the house or buying a new home. Well, self-love I get from this is if buying a new home is going to bring more abundance and joy into your life than renovating your home, then that's self-love, is what I get. Now, the actual chakra that's associated is red. So red is about getting grounded. And really, when we get grounded, we get focused. Now, in your mind's heart, and I'm using your mind's heart, what does it feel for you more, to renovate or to get a new home?
Get a new one.
I get 100% a new home, a new space, you know, where, you know, I know from your vision board there were some things that you had wanted to do in the home. So rather than renovating it, maybe just getting a new space that's going to have everything you want in it, which would be perfect, because then that means you created your new, all of what you wanted on your board in your new space. Now the number associated is 7-3. This is where it's going to answer her question, because the affirmation obviously really didn't. The root, the chakra itself is just basically what she needs to focus in on the chakras. I think the other day you asked me when I posted something on Facebook, what was the intention? And the question that I posted was, what chakra needs your attention? So basically the chakra here, which is your root chakra, is the chakra that needs your attention. The numerology is going to answer the question you just asked, which is 7-3, which when we add that up is a 10. 10 is about new beginnings. So hello people, we have a new house coming in. That 7 is all about analyzing and reflecting on where you were so you can move into where you want to. That 3, which seems to be following us through, is all about communicating and trusting your process. So I think that answers your question, yes?
Yes.
So a new home, a new beginning is on its way.
Awesome.
Awesome. See how if the affirmation doesn't cover it, the number will? Powerful, powerful. Very nice. All right, Tiana, you've been waiting for this for a lifetime.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay. You're going to shuffle it up, and then you're going to ask your question out loud.
Okay. I have time to think about it, right?
You got about 2 minutes.
No, I'm just saying I had time. You did
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes. You definitely have had time. Yes.
Okay.
I love your nails.
Thank you. Okay. Okay.
What's your question?
Career.
Can you be a little bit more specific?
Yeah, I just, I don't know, something about my career. It's
Where's it going? What do
where's
you
it
want?
going? Yeah. 'Cause
Is it growing? What are we looking for? Come on.
See, this is,
Pull it
you
out.
guys are so specific, and I'm not specific.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
full
it.
moon energy. I want specific. I want specific.
Like, is it gonna grow, expand?
All right. Pull a card. Now we're specific. Thank you very
Yes.
much.
Wow. Here you go.
She's like, what? Oh, Lordy. So, before we go to the actual card, I just want to show you the moon, this beautiful pink moon. I love this moon. Anyway, in honor of my sister, the photographer, Donna C. Barry, got to just give a shout out to her. And also the woman who actually created my cards, which is Rosie Bassista. She actually put my vision into my reality, which is great. The affirmation here to Tiana's question, your career. So it says here, spiritual career. Spiritual career. Now, someone sit back and say, well, what Tiana does, how does that fall under a spiritual career? A spiritual career does not have to be a healing modality, okay? A spiritual career is something that actually helps you to literally feel purposeful. And whatever that might be for somebody. A teacher is a spiritual career. A police officer is a spiritual career. A fireman is a spiritual career. Anything that's going to actually set you in spiritual alignment is your spiritual career. So in regards to your question, yes, your career is going to be very successful. You know, I was feeling that when we were sitting here because I was visualizing you being in a setting like this, but with an audience of 500 to 1,000 people in the audience, and of course you have viewers and whatever not. So yes, you are definitely going to be in a very abundant career, spiritually speaking, because it's aligning you to your purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what a spiritual career is all about. So I want to just educate people and let them understand that when we talk about spiritual career, it's not just about a Reiki master or an acupuncturist or a sound healer or a medium or a psychic, tarot card reader or chakra balance reader. Spiritual career is someone that is stepping into something that's actually setting them into their purpose. Spiritually speaking, mind, body, and spirit. And that's a spiritual career. Okay? Now let's go into the chakra, which is your throat chakra, which makes sense because you're a talk host.
Yes.
Okay, so you're constantly communicating. And with your new show that you're going to have going, you're going to be communicating and helping people to either possibly reunite with their family members that have been missing, or possibly helping them to adjust to the fact that there's a transition to take place. You know, so that next plateau that you're going into is going to be a very uplifting, but also very challenging, because you know there's going to be some positive and there's going to be some heartbreak to it as well. You know, and I'm sure you know that.
Yes.
Yes. So now when we think about the numerology behind. It's a master number, and what a master number is any number that repeats itself. It means that number is being called on a higher power. And 7 is all about what you're reflecting on, what you're analyzing, and being able to sit quietly to really allow yourself to see your vision. You know, and I mean, the whole theme of today's show is about vision boards. So being able, whether we actually take the things and put it on a vision board, or we're taking it out from our mind's eye and actually putting it into our reality. So we have that double 7, which is 14. That 1 is about your new beginnings. The 4 is about organizing yourself so you can have this abundant career and working hard to do it. And then we add 1 and 4, you have that 5, which is all about your freedom. And change, fun and adventure, and unpredictability. The unpredictability, I think, is really going to come into play with your new show regarding there's going to be some unpredictable things going on.
Yeah.
But it's also going to be a lot of fun, you know, and you're going to be free in reference to the work that you're going to be doing. You're going to be giving a lot of freedom to a lot of people. And like I said, I mean, there'll be times where, you know, your situations are not going to be always uplifting, but at least there's going to be some freeing them of the hope, or freeing them of like not knowing what's going on. So very powerful.
Thank you.
Does that resonate?
Yes.
Excellent, excellent. So yes, you too can get a card reading or a healing or a training session. All you have to do is reach out to me at 646-236-9155, or feel free to drop off your bio or story should you want to be a guest on my show as a healer, or even someone looking to start your transformation. You can send your bio or story to healingwithin76@gmail.com. I'm always looking for guests. Deanna, one more time, just give your information so they can reach you.
Miss T Talk, MSTEETALK. That's on all social media platforms.
All right. So again, I thank all of you for being here today and sharing and sharing and sharing and inspiring Iris. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So that's it for this week's show. I look forward to sharing our show next week. And remember, share and like today's show. Leave your comments, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you next week. Have a blessed Sunday. Bye-bye for now.